Well, it's another test to see if I can get audio levels right. So there's music at least, and the voice thing seems to be going. So let's see how well this goes. Hiya! Hi everybody, Bara Pranani knows was there. So yeah, you might notice something a little bit extra in the background today. Just a tiny thing. But hello, hi! How's it all going? Just getting a couple of other bits sorted. Hold your honkies. But yeah, we have a small thing in the background today. Hi, Mr. Savajestic. How you doing? Been a while. How you doing, Mr. Savage? But yeah, there's a little thing in the background today, and that's because it is St. David's Day for people who celebrate. So to all who do, Disgwyl Dewi Hapus. And to anyone who doesn't, I sincerely hope you have a great day either way. But yeah, just today's stream's gonna be quite calm again. While it's not necessarily a late stream, it's going to be more of a mindly chill one instead, depending on what's going to happen. So rather than me simply getting stuff on a screen and doing work, I'm going to be making a couple of different wheels in order to get some prompts. Because as we've probably guessed from the streams that I've done in the past, I like writing. I tend to write on them. They are that is the thing I like doing the most when it comes to this sort of stuff. And yeah, because I don't want to cause too many issues with my own work that I've got, I thought, why not make like a wheel of prompts, so then during that time we're either able to start a project or able to find like a really funny way of doing it. But for now it's just a nice little chill sort of vibe. We've got music. Hiya Phil! Hi! How's it all going? How you doing? Always need to catch a glimpse of you every time, so always happy you're coming back. Yay. Fine, what about you? I'm not doing too bad. It's very just chill today. Pretty busy, just came in to lurk while studying for an exam I have tomorrow. Oh, yeah, no problem. You stay for as long as you need to get that revision done. How am I? I'm doing fine, thank you. Yeah, it's just a chill one today. There's not much really to say. I've done quite a bit of, I'd have to say the admin bit. I'm happy to watch your streams. Oh, this just already made my day. But yeah, Savage, what exam are you studying for? Because, like, to be fair, I feel that pain. I'm making a list right now of like everything I need to get done before I graduate. Which, yeah, currently it's it's currently starting to get quite long. But yeah, today is definitely audience participation. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna be making a wheel, like I've already explained. And within that wheel, we are going to add any sort of writing prompts you can possibly think of. I'll probably make like multiple wheels, so there'll be one that has like prompts from you guys if there's like specific ones, and then there might be another one to say that if it's like dealer's choice or something. So I haven't actually set up the game thing properly because I'm doing all the stuff that's a bit chill. Physical chemistry exam in uni. Oh boy, I have the utmost respect for you. Cheers. Chemistry is fun, but it's hard. I haven't done it in a long while, but yeah, no, major respects to you being able to like do all that. Any sort of STEM work, I'm majorly impressed by how people can do all that. Especially math. Math makes me I get very confused with math very easily. I'm okay with numbers, but it's just actually putting them in places and getting an answer. And all the workings out. Minorly can't help it. Which is why I stuck with more of the English route. Please, thank you. Just taking my time with this today because last stream kind of crashed for no reason at all. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. And then all of a sudden it went kaboom. Chemistry is fun until the math comes in. Yeah. I can just about get the elements, but then everything else. Don't be alarmed, but there's a dragon behind you. Okay, I'm not gonna look. I will not look. Don't worry. It is perfectly harmless. It won't eat my books, so at least I'm safe from that versus having a cat dog come in. But I am very grateful for the warning. It's red and looks scary, the sign of an enemy. I'm sure we could pet it, right? I'm sure we could pet this particular dragon. I mean, just because that it has really weird like legs and its wings are kind of pointy and its tail's kind of pointy and its tongue is like an arrow, and I didn't realize how big its schnoz was. I've had to look at that flag for like so long, but I've still never noticed how big the schnoz is on that thing. But yeah, just because it looks enemy shaped does not mean it's not friend shaped. But I am immensely grateful of being protected. But don't worry, we can solve this anytime. Don't worry, we're gonna switch for now because I only put it on the screen because St. David's Day. I like celebrating little bits despite me not doing too much. Oh, that's a really cute emote. Oh, that's cute. I'm always fascinated by all the different emotes that people use. It's like, I want to just collect them all. I wish to treat them like Pokemon, but sadly my bank account is not big enough in order to fund for all. One day. But the dragon is safe. But the dragon is safe. It's partially on a green flag. True. Yeah. True. You come in at just the right time, mateys. Hi. Oh my god, you're using your emote. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Green is the sign of an ally. Yes. Actually, I think I can tell you the origin of how Wales got their flag. The dragon that we've got behind me. So, hi Hades. But yeah, I believe the origin of this dragon, from what I was told, I might double check this at some point, but the origin was when England was trying to invade Wales, we started like a myth that, oh, if you try and invade us, the Wales got a flag. What are they doing down there? Look, they're just trying to rise up, okay? England is scary. But yeah, England tried to invade Wales, and don't worry, I am appreciative of all different types of jokes here, don't worry. For Scotland, yeah. Anyway, they tried to invade Wales. Oh god, if that... I can hear that. I stopped the story because I can keep hearing the comments. I am a bad storyteller. This is my job. What the on earth? Okay. England invade Wales. Wales starts a rumour that, hey, if you invade us, our dragons in the hills are gonna come down and like beat you up and like, eat you and take over. And for some reason, for 200 years, we happen to get away with it. For 200 years, they just don't invade. Until one day, there was either a brave or foolish man who decides to wander over to the other side and check the mountains and realizes, hey, there's no dragons here. And yeah, and then they invaded and we're all very sad. But yeah. on... I just get the gifted subs. Wow. Those are so cool! All of the emotes are so cool! When I'm finally able to make my own emotes, they're all so good. I need to actually think of that if I ever get to that point. But yeah, honestly, what if it wasn't a bluff? Couldn't risk that. Oh, Dovistry, I don't know if I said your name right, but thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the archives. The memberships are by the vending machine. We kind of didn't move them from last time. But yeah, if it weren't a bluff, that would be an issue. That would be like, that would be the problem. But yeah, it was sadly a bluff. Although, the reason that we also have, like, there's something called, like, a little Welsh lady. And the little Welsh ladies are, like, dressed in, like, red with pinnies and this weird-looking hat. When I was younger, I mean, what wins? A dragon or a tiny man? Look, to be fair, it just means that we get the better flag. But yeah, there was also the thing of, like, little Welsh ladies, where it looked like, again, the English trying to invade, once again. Just seeing how this goes. And English invade once again. We didn't have enough men on the line, and we're still stuck in the hills, because we have a lot of hills here. Well, there. Again, in a different location here. But what ended up happening was some of the ladies decided, yeah, we're not going to put up with this. And they stand on top of the hill, looking down. And with that, the English also got scared once again, because it was just it was these looming people in these outfits, and they thought that it was like a Welsh army coming at them, so they ran again. And so whenever St. David's Day comes up, for any of the girls who wish to, or to be fair, it's now inclusive, I believe, I hope so, but there's like what we call the little Welsh lady outfit. Hold on, I'm gonna get you a picture of what this outfit is, because it brings back fond memories. I'm gonna get that little Welsh lady outfit. Again, I think I do have one. I call it little Welsh lady outfit, but it probably has an official name. We've just never seemed to have called it anything. This one should be fine. If anything lags on my end, I'm sorry, but download. Okay. I got something that's similar. Boom, boom. 2 hours to prepare, but only the resource Middle Ages. I don't think a tiny man can win unless he's really smart. You got the Shrek donkey that won. Okay, but the guy is insane. Charles. True bad. Oh my god. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Yeah, hold on. I shall show you what... There are like more detailed versions, but I found what is basically the outfit. So I go yoink. And behold, we no longer have a pal on our screen. We have what... The hats look a little bit different nowadays, but this is... I'm just liking the fact that I'm getting up, like, part of my history, and I just see about rizzing a dragon in the chat, and, you know, I respect that. I respect the hustle. But to be fair, Shrek was a good film, and Donkey was an icon. But yeah, if you can see it on my end, that's kind of like that's a basic version of what children will wear nowadays, but that's kind of the outfit that was worn to scare off the English again. I like the general vibes, but the hat makes me go nay. Yeah, the hat can be like that sometimes. It's very... There are like better ones. I can replace the hat. Can I replace the hat with a cowboy hat? You know what? That's a very good question. I mean, you probably can. You probably can replace it, but I doubt that... I wasn't allowed to when I was younger, but I think you could get away with it. You didn't specify size of the human. Maybe it's so tiny that Dragon doesn't even see it. You can alter the size so they can both coexist. I'm gonna delete the costume now. There we go. Hey, have you considered that the human is like bigger than the dragon? And the dragon is like plushie sized? It's kind of like the question of who would win against, like, what was it? Like 50 zombie-sized, no, 5 zombie-sized chickens, or 50 I can't speak. 5 zombie-sized chickens or 50 chicken-sized zombies. Who would win? That was what I was trying to say. What if the dragon was just a Komodo dragon and the tiny man was just a midget? Well, let me just hold on to your horses there. If I can get this set up correctly once more, because we know my luck. And if you don't know my luck, I have no luck. Nope. I do that. And it would decide that I can't actually get the thing up. Hold on a momento, because I am so tech savvy, ain't I? Don't worry, I'll give you my gambling luck. Okay, how good is your gambling luck? That's what I need to know. My friends always want me to watch their gambling, because apparently I'm lucky and it might rub off on them. Oh. I need you for gacha games then, definitely. Yeah, I might close this so then I can at least pick up something else. What if the dragon is just a dragonfly and the tiny human is just a bug catching show? My friend rolled a temple and got 2 6-star first try. Wow. Right, if I ever find a way of streaming... Actually, you might be useful for a current bet I've got for potentially Sunday. Because I might need your luck for that. Is it really not wanting to read it? Hold on. Let's just press that. There we go. And then we pull this down. And then we go over here, and then we try our best, and then we try our best. Yes! Boop. We have a wheel. And I now immediately want to add the dragon story to here. So, I'll probably change the color scheme at some point. For now, though. So, point of this wheel. I just want as many different prompts as I can in order to write, potentially, like, what's known as flash fiction. Flash fiction being stories that are anywhere between 100, it's a very varied thing, but it's at least between like 100 words and 1,500, because after that point it becomes into short story territory, which, yeah, I don't get that either, but I wanted to try and have like a whole different bunch of prompts, and then while on stream, if I'm unable to write like certain things, my uni work, so I don't get in trouble with copyright. Instead, I thought have like some prompts down, and then on days like these where it's very much, hey, we can chill, we can do whatever, I can bring up the wheel, and then if there's any more prompts, I can add them on. But then we've got prompts to work with, which means that we're able to do like a whole bunch of stories. And plus, I like writing. These streams are mainly studying streams, and so it'd be fun to have something in the background to study with, or have someone who's also working while we're working. I know there's like a lot of places where you can just go and listen to people go and like play or other bits and pieces, but I'm always appreciative of people coming here if they want to like a place where you know for a fact there is someone also working alongside you, because I'm always curious as to see what people are working on. And so with that in mind, I need to at least want to put down the dragon idea, because I spelled sizes wrong, that's great. So, dragon v human, different sizes. That is automatically the first one that's going on. I'm working on trying to find an obsession. You know what, that's fair. To be fair, obsessions are hard to find. Sorry, good obsessions are hard to find. All depends on perspective. So, I'm probably going to fill this in both on stream and off stream. So technically it's just chatting. We can chat about anything, and I can just like write the prompts in as we see them. So hopefully this is not going to screw me over. It's not, right? No, it's not. We are fine. It doesn't have to be good. I just need something to put my focus on. That's understandable. It can be kind of hard to find something that you want to get into. I've dabbled in quite a lot of different things to see. Maybe when we have some more followers, we can tell peeps to tell some quick highlight stories of their memories. Yes! No, that is a beautiful idea. No, I'd love that. I'm writing that down anyway, so then I can do like a memory day. Oh, I love that. I have a couple of morbid pet memories. Sure. A baker fighting an army. Yeah, I'll do that. With the followers sharing their stories, that'd be quite fun to make into like a short story thing in itself, where someone's reading a book and then we bring up like the different bits. That'd be quite cool. That'd be like a really nice ongoing thing. So I can keep that. That would be an ongoing one. Okay. Baker fighting an army. The thing is, I want to make like a viewer story time at some point, because I've got stories that I like sharing as it is. That's kind of like a book club. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of making one of my week streams being similar to like a book club of sorts, where we either share little stories or little highlights, and then I can either like tell some stories myself, or I try and get some book recommendations. Memory club, yes! Oh, I like that a lot. I'm writing that down. I've got a notebook next to me. I always have a notebook next to me. Or maybe we can give some character sketches of our own and you can use it. Yeah! Oh my god, I would love that so much. Oh, that would be so nice. I'm not on the language page right now. Sorry, Chief, best I can do is... Hey, no. Stick figures are just as valid as any other figure. Hell, if I ever got any fan art that actually stayed up, and it was just a stick figure, I would be over the absolute moon. I would... Sincerely, I would be over the moon if I got anything. So I need to write down... Thing is, the memory club idea. Stick figure bros feels bad, man. Yeah, the memory club idea would be really cute, considering this is an archive. And so I want to keep all your memories precious and safe. And without a certain cat dog eating them. Like we've already had her do in the cookbook. I DM'd you on X. Oh boy. Hold on. Give me a second. I am terrible at not multi-managing. Ah, cool. Ooh, what did you get? Oh, wow. Okay, can I give context on this film? Because, that's actually really cool. Okay, you've made me want to make an order. So, yeah, what Phil's sent me as DMs is, like, bottles of... I'm considering I think they're all Japanese, but different Japanese drinks, so... There's ramen, there's some tea, I believe there's some, different beers in there, but, yeah, you are making me want to order some stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we are good. That's actually really cool, honestly. Yeah, you've made me want to make an order now. Yeah. I can see the watermelon and I can see the normal one, but I don't know what the other flavour you've got is. But then the tea that you've also got is really good. I don't necessarily drink beer. Also, Memory Club sounds pretty boring. Memory mementos. Ooh. The thing is, when I think of mementos, I think of like a gem. So, because all the memories that we get are like gems, and you put them into the book in order to tell the story instead, which would make sense considering I do have a book. We just put different gems in for different people's stories. But memory mementos, I like that. Oh, it's strawberry. Ooh, strawberry's good. I am a sucker for like lychee. Like lychee, and I'm also very much a sucker for like honeydew melon. I got it from an Asian market. Ooh, nice. When I've been going back into from like the shops, there's one that's about to open where I'm currently staying. The other one closed, which I'm very sad about, but there's another one that's opening, and as soon as I can go in there, you bet all of savings I've got, I am just gonna try and buy myself as many things as possible. And the ironic thing is, it's right next to a bubble tea place, so I am done. I am very much a sucker for any sort of like sweet things. I'm more of a savory person for quite a lot of stuff, but if it comes to like Asian snacks, sweets all the way. Especially melon. Not much like watermelon, but just like melon. So melon pan, any sort of melon flavored sweets. Salty? Yeah, I like salty. Some of the salty snacks that I've tried, I'm 50-50 with like any of the salty stuff because it can be like hit or miss. Don't like bubble tea? That's fair. That's very much fair. Sometimes you don't necessarily need the bubbles in it. You can, well, bubbles, the boba part of it, but the actual teas are quite nice. You can just have them. Oh, damn it, I kind of want to just make an order to get one now. Oh. Has been a while. Haven't drunk some Japanese drinks. Gotta tell my dad to get some. He works in a Japanese company. No joke, I would pay. I would pay to get them sent to me. That is so cool. That is just... I have run out of words, and this is supposed to be a wordy stream. That is just cool. Then again, if things go according to plan, your witch might be going to Japan at some point. If stuff goes to plan. If it goes all to Keikaku. Because if so, I bet anything. I'm going to be taking so many pictures. I'm going to make sure you're all involved. And then 50-50, I might try and put polls to see. It's like, hey, do I get this? I still need to write down the memory mementos idea. Because I could do one stream of like people sharing their stories, and I just read them out, write them down, keep them nice and safe. Make like a little booklet out of them all. Because oddly enough, I know how to make all that. If I do collect enough stories, Yep, all according to Keikaku, and Keikaku means plan. But yeah, I have software in order to make like magazines and stuff, so what could be done is if it does work with when more people are here, if more people decide, I don't mind if we have just our small little group. But if that happens, I'm able to just stream making the booklet itself, which would be quite fun. Because I find that a lot of fun to do, like making bits and pieces just to have a project and see it through to the end, if you know what I mean. Write that down there. Okay. Put that into my notebook, which is I remember getting it from like a TikTok shop, which has like a bunch of D&D inspired booklets and stuff. So I have a couple of notebooks from there, and they're about I believe they're like A5, A6. The paper trail is actually really weird. I did have like a notebook of a couple of different ideas. Hold on. The model's gonna go weird for a minute, but I know that I have a notebook with some models in. Models? I know what I mean. Actually, hold on. What am I doing? Never mind. Model's gonna go weird. The notebook's right next to me. I have 2 notebooks. I have a minimum of 2 notebooks on me at all times. Actually, hold on. If I counted 1, 2, in here is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 notebooks in my general vicinity. I just need notebooks. What do you mean? Actually, I will say buy some good tarot and some good imagery, and we can think of an idea. And actually, cards can choose how it'll go and how good assistant storymaking. Ooh, I do have tarot cards. Yeah, I do actually. We can tarot card story day. Yeah, I do actually have tarot cards, which is a funny thing. I have 2 decks. I want to get a third, considering the first deck technically wasn't for me, so I've not opened it. The second deck decides whether it's going to give me good and bad advice, but for some reason it ends up predicting stuff very, very well. And so I kind of want to get a third one, but I'm not sure where I'd get the third one from yet, because I haven't found anything that's either not suitable, but I want to feel connected to it, you know? Story sticker. A Persona 5 themed one. Ooh, that'd be quite cool. I've seen like Kingdom Hearts ones too, which, yeah, but yeah, the Persona 5 ones would make so much sense. I put story sticker day because I have a ton of stickers, and this means that I can do I could do a written piece. I could do like a written piece, but also using the random stickers I have. And what could be done is people just give me a random number, and I just pick out which sticker is in that row. Because I have stuff from like witchy bits, which makes a lot of sense considering my branding, to like Kirby's, like flowers, jars, light bulbs with cats in them, scenery. I do have some scenery stickers, so that'd be cool. But then I could but from what we do from that, I could take a picture and you can see the final result for it, which would be interesting. I did write down some normal story ideas, so then I can just put like bog standard writing. Nope. Nope. I have too many things in this notebook. Correction, I don't have enough things in this notebook, but nope. 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 Why do I have so many written things? Actually, no, don't answer that. Actually, tarot makes sense as it's realistic stuff instead of stickers. I mean, true, but then with the tarot, I'd have to try and set up being able to see my... I might try and see if we can set up a way of seeing my, like, setup as well. Which means that we have... On one end, we have, like, all the stream stuff, and then on the other, we'd be able to see the screen. For the stickers, it would be kind of like a luck of the draw thing, because if I'm able to one day do, like, giveaways and stuff, or, like, writing bits, I have just a jar of stickers, basically. I just want to give them to people to make their day. In that case, for two more ideas, fiction day, chat decides, and flash fiction day, pal decides, because then it's at least giving me an option that if I get that, I'm able to decide what the story is going to be about. Ooh. Okay. General opinion. Do I have a Discord? I do, yes. As for I do have a Discord, basically. I don't really do that much with it, except for accidentally join servers, and other bits and pieces, but I have one. Oh, the bongo. Okay, that's actually a really cute emote too. Okay. General opinions, because I've hyped up the archives quite a bit. How would people feel if I did a suggestion where I'd write archive lore? Like, for example, the origins of the archives, how I ended up in there. The origin of Skelly Bob and Frindy. Frindy the cat on my hat. Hold on. As in Frindy, like here. What's your opinions on that? Okay, no one's answered. That's fine. We're getting lore, boys. Okay, so I'm taking that as a yes. So I can do archive lore then. Ongoing. Because I do have stuff. Lore. Okay, we'll take archive lore then. Well, we will take some lore because I have plenty of things that I say, but I don't write them down. So it'd finally be time to write them and then write and recite partially, because there are some bits and pieces that even though I have lived through all of them, I still need a partial explanation to them. Would you spare me some lore, sir? I will feed you the lore, alright? I will feed any bits of lore. You know what? I'm just gonna put Skelly Bob random Skelly Bob stories, because I like my skeleton. There's that. What else should we focus on? Also okay, so I didn't even notice how far we've already been. Let's make a server and add a place where you can post the cards and keep a place where we can give some character sketches. Ooh! Okay. That's a good idea. I didn't think... Okay, I'm not opposed to the idea, because I'm more than willing to like do this sort of thing. The issue is, I don't know how interested people would be doing that, considering I'm quite small as it is, but I would be more than willing to like set this sort of thing up and make like a place where people can trade characters and we can trade stories, and then we could have like, makes me think if we can do like a memory memento stream every week where any new stories I just start like writing down and putting into different bits. If people are interested in that sort of stuff, let me know. Let me know now, and then we can try and get that sorted, because I definitely want to get that. I'd at least want to try and get that into some form of stable environment. But no, I'd genuinely love to work with people if we did that sort of thing. Unless we can give some care. Yeah. Because you could always trade your like own writing too, which would be even more fun. Or like any sort of book things and whatnot. Is there any way is there any way of making polls? Hold on. Or do I not have that power yet? I probably don't have that power yet. That's okay. But yeah, if you're interested, just put an I if the stream lag doesn't affect anything. And then by the time... Oop, nah, please come back. And then by the time we get back to it, I can always try and get bits and pieces and whatnot sorted. And we can make like a small community, because I wasn't expecting that sort of suggestion. Not gonna lie. But I'd do it if I had some help. As you can probably tell, I'm not the savviest tech in the shed. Also, another idea, it's not necessarily writing, but if we do the server idea, I can read your stories too. Providing that they are safe for work, at least. Because at the moment I'm not really a not safe for work writer. I'm also not really a not safe for work kind of person at times. So everything would be safe for work, and I'd probably make that very clear. F? F? What do you mean F? Well, I'm not tech savvy, but at least tech savvy. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with all that sort of stuff. In that case, if you at least drop me... Savage, if you at least drop me, like, a message on Twitter, if you are free after the stream, we can try and get, like, that sort of thing set up. And we can make, like, a small little community place. Because, again, because I am still... I'd have to say, yeah, I'm still quite small, and I don't necessarily think of me having, like, a community in a way. I'm just here to have a good time. I'm here to let's make other people have a good time. Yes, I am peer pressuring you to enjoy yourselves. But never usually expecting this sort of response. But yeah, no, I'm more than happy to make that sort of place. I'm just rambling. Anyway, wheel ideas. I put the book away. No, I'm supposed to try and get the story ideas out. Where did I put them? I know I wrote them down. Not today. Would give you a follow, but reach out. Yeah, no, of course. You study. Okay. Put it this way. Study for your exam first. And then once that is over, you let me know when you have time, and we will get this all sorted, because I can just iron some bits out on my end. So, yeah. There is no pressure, no nothing. we don't do pressure in this household. We only stress ourselves out. Speaking of stress, why... Oh, cool, I did actually draw a stick figure in here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there's the old stream ideas, which is not what I need. Okay, another story idea first before I do that, because I ended up finding my old D&D stuff. What's up there? Okay. Because I like D&D, so potentially, if I explain this properly, it would be like the D&D concept drafts would be either trying to plan out like a location if people want to use them for their stories, or like different quests, so you can have, so we create like characters and background, and potentially we could try and draft, if people have their own characters as well, we can try and draft them in to do that, or potentially write down answers to see how that goes. We could always do like a mini campaign night if we think about it, because then we could write a story about some 1 or 2 people's characters and then see how far the story goes, and people can decide how they act. Because I know for a fact I have a couple of different characters that I kind of want to write about again. To be fair, I miss my D&D sessions. Been a bit of a while since I've last played. Now, hold on a moment, I'm still trying to find the story. I wrote down stories in this book. I know for a fact. If you keep hearing me turn pages, don't worry. Nope. 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 There's the apple thing. Live writing. Live writing's not bad. Death. Not liking stuff. Nope. Nope. Where on earth? I am very sorry about this, folks. I feel like I'm going crazy. Because I do have, like, some bits that I did want to write at times. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. There's my postcards, so that's also a nope. Where on earth are they? Did I write them in a different notebook? There's my emotional support stickers. Did I accidentally... where did I... I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I had them written in my notebook, and they're not there. What on earth? What on earth is this? Oh well, oh well. What did I... To be fair, it's either here or I wrote them in a different notebook. Either way. I can't remember what ideas I had now. Damn it. Ah well. But see... I double check it every so often on Twitter/X just to make sure that people haven't like left a comment on stories on the post. Because I put it out for people on there to be like, hey, if you have an idea, just drop it. Put it down. Like we can make a section about character sketch, build a bit of story and add twists to pull some cards occasionally. Like exam, you pull 2 of cups for me. You can ask about some love interest and memories I will like to add in the story to spice things up. Ooh. Ooh, that'd be quite cool. So it's basically like a section where people are developing their own characters, but also having like that prompt to make their own stories out of it. And we can make a suggestion area as well. That's what I said, we can collaborate. Yes! Yes, very much so. Sorry, I'm very giddy once again. I like these ideas a lot. But yeah, no, that is more than fine. That is hunky and dory right there. Character question night. I guess it's like a torture idea. I'm gonna put Pal's attempt at romance because that is the one genre I can't write. Because I don't know, it's just a really odd genre to write about. it takes like a certain person to write. Well, it doesn't really take a certain person, but it takes a certain person to not be able to write romance, and that's me. Because I physically cannot create enough of a scenario where I can take the characters seriously enough. So I'm stuck with these characters who don't necessarily have romantic feelings towards each other. Again, I've mentioned this like once before. I'm asexual, so it's kind of like weird territory for me, not gonna lie. But as a funny thing, I would attempt it. Need to go. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Oh, bye Phil. Always a pleasure to see you. Take care. As I said, it's collaboration. We could add suggestion. Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, I didn't know there was like a Kirby thing. Oh my goodness. Raving Kirby. Yes. I know there's like the collaboration bits at the moment, but I'm still trying to make a wheel now, so then when there's days where we need to write, I can at least have like small ideas to go with it. So it's just thinking of the weird, the wacky, and the downright what on earth is this going on. And some of them, and for quite a lot of them, they won't take it'll take like a stream to get one draft done, potentially maybe a couple, but then it's also trying to balance it out, get it edited, do all that good stuff, you know? Maybe some letter writing. Do that. What else? And for a romantic segment, you can give it to me, because I can show the emotions as well. So I'm an empath. Do you know what? Fair enough. You know what? Chat writes romance. Do you believe at love at first sight? Like, we're going to go through it a second time. Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I'm just gonna put a pickup line there. But no, seriously, that's a good line to like enter in on. I at least believe in love at third sight. The first sight is just to make sure you can see. The second sight is to recognize who you're looking at, and then the third sight is like, oh wait, I guess there are feelings. Because you gotta make sure you're looking at the right thing instead of just looking at a lamppost. Unless you're into that, in which case I very much know that there are people who have married train stations before. So. But no, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you around. Then again, love is... Don't get me started on that. There's a show on Netflix called Love is Blind, and we have fully concluded, myself and my dear roommate, that love is not blind, but it is deaf. Love is meaningless. It's not there's like platonic love. That's not meaningless. There is parasocial love, which I am very dubious about, but that's not meaningless. There are some meanings to it, and the meanings are confusion. But nah. There's meaning to love. Parasocial love is insane. It can be, yeah. It's a weird one to think about, because you don't necessarily know what sort of like parasocial feelings people can have for others. Because I've seen like in different fandoms, especially with like VTubing fandoms, a lot of people having like parasocial relationships with other people, and then they're openly doing that. And it's like, more to you, but make sure you don't go too far. It's meaningless, but it still means a lot to me. Yeah, that's a good perspective. Because you are loved and you are worthy. Speaking of which, this is now just a stream idea wheel instead. So literally just a stream about writing words of affirmation to people. So people come in, have a bad day, I'm gonna make sure that they at least go out there with a minimum of 3 compliments. I say 3 because I like making sure that everyone has a turn. So we have that, we have that. Impromptu call stream. Okay. Give the people a reason to cry, let out their emotion. I mean, I feel really bad if people start crying, but I know that sometimes it'll be happy tears and stuff. We could do like a crying writing stream. We could do a sappy stream. If we get the pals attempt at romance, it's going to be just a laughter stream, but we can do a crying one. I'm definitely going to see if I can change the colours on this thing at some point, but if not, then we're going to have to stick with that. To be fair, my bookmark bar isn't actually that bad, so it's fine. Oh, me. Ping ping. Oh, blue. Okay. Yeah. This is just a lot of thinking at this point. Because I don't necessarily have any, unless I get some clarification on my other bit of writing I have to do. This is why I'm making a wheel, so then I don't run out of ideas. The wheel grows, it does. It will soon consume all. Let me see. Oh, that'd be funny. Incorrect quote prompts. So, as some, like, 1 or 2 of you might know, I have a couple of friends who are also in this community. Mainly, if you haven't heard of them, one is Hina, and another one is Yusei. And the amount of, like, quotes that we go through is insane. And I feel like, at some point, actually making a collection of them, and for anyone else I end up meeting too, just end up making like an entire thing of send me in your incorrect quotes and I will tag people. And yes, if Hades, if you're still here, you are also now part of this. I'm going to make a meme out of you. What's those like fill in the blank stories? I can't remember what they are. What are they called? Because you know, the ones that you're able to put like a random word in them. According to some tarot reads, actually my first crush was my husband from a past life. Soul is gender fluid, and to be honest, she always come back to me when I'm alone or alone. We can't be together due to religious differences in families. I call her moon of my starless nights. The one who's so bright. It's on my life when I have no support. So that's why I said our love is meaningless, but it still means so much. Okay, I kind of want to cry right now. Oh my goodness, savage. Oh. No, that is. Oh. If it's meant to be, it will be. That's the question. Not the question. That is the. Not the answer either. It's gonna be. That's the fact of life. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Still here, just focusing on a bit of work. That's fine, Hades. But yeah, savage. Oh. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. I genuinely hope that whatever happens, you will be happy no matter what. And to all of you too. Because this thought... Love is weird. Love is definitely deaf, I can tell you that. Not necessarily blind. As I said, I'm good with showing the emotions. You definitely are. I'm a bit better with showing them through this. With showing it through my voice more than I do with my expressions in a way. I've never felt romantic love before. Aww. It's just gonna be a hopeless romantic dream, ain't it? I've had relationships, but it was just really... No, that's fair. Sometimes I've got a friend who's in a queer platonic relationship, and they are happy with it, to be fair. So not necessarily romance needs to be the be all and end all, just as doing other bits isn't the be all and end all. What matters is if both you and your partner, or partners if you are poly, if all of you are happy with each other and happy with how everything's going. Of course there's going to be boundaries, of course there's going to be like different limits, but at the same time it's nice to be appreciated for who you are versus just saying, oh yeah, I have romantic feelings for you, and just sticking with that. Like, I struggle to keep romantic feelings in a way for people, because there are bits and pieces that don't necessarily fit. And to be fair, the last couple of, all of the serious relationships I've had in the past have ended up going a bit peak tongue, if that's the right term for it. So, yeah, it's not the worst, but finding someone who cares for you, and you don't necessarily need romance to go along with it. Well, we're doing hopeless romantic night. Yeah, it seems like in this life we are here to learn, to live our own, but we both have that universal connection because it seems like we promised each other about being there for them and at lowest phases. Aww. Which is a very sweet thing. Like, I can't say I've done that with somebody who isn't being my best friend. Like, my best friend in the normal planes is my world. And it's one of those connections where even if we don't talk for months, we can just come back like it's nothing. Like it was just yesterday we're doing it. I'm going all sappy now. This has turned from a working stream to a sappy stream. Aww. Also, I'm very sorry, Savage, if I'm distracting you from your revision because you are giving so many good thoughts. That's a fantastic friendship. I love when I get those true friends. True! Oh. Seriously, I've ended up getting random texts. We've ended up texting each other at like really random times. We've gone for like months before. That's nice. Yeah. We've done for like months before, and then I just randomly text her out of the blue being like, hey, how's it going? And then we suddenly call, and we're on call for like a minimum 2 hours. Whether we live like really far away or just about a 15-minute walk from each other, it's honestly insane. And she's been there since we were just really little. Like, of course there've been ups and downs. There was at one point where I didn't necessarily treat her right, in a way, because I didn't spend as much time with her, but it wasn't a case of because we were distant or anything. It was because we ended up misunderstanding something, and it was mainly my fault that we misunderstood because I didn't go and connect more. So at the time we were working in the same place, that antique shop I told you about, and we went to, well, if I haven't mentioned, I used to work in an antique shop, but yeah, I ended up going to where we worked when it was her shift and just begged for like 15 minutes until she, well, without like the customers getting annoyed or anything, but I went and just begged for like 15 minutes, just apologizing, and it took a while, but then our bond became stronger than ever. And to this day, if either of us need anything, we can just drop whatever we're doing and just call each other, and it's like nothing's changed. And I can't wait to go see her again and give her the biggest hug on earth. Yeah. Damn, chat. You guys have been making me sentimental for the past couple of days. I've just been rambling about random stories, which is mainly the part of it. I feel that I've had something similar with a friend. We only settled because he texted me drunk. Also, fun fact was the time he changed his room's light bulb that we had been off for a couple months. To be fair, those are kind of nice stories. My life story is very, very complex for some reason. It's very, very complex for some reason. It seems like a movie. You know what? No, valid. Life stories are weird, to be fair. Like, everybody has their own story. Even if they think that it's plain, or even if they think it's complex, everybody's is interesting in one way or another. There is always going to be that one story that will pique whatever interest people might have. I just happen to be really good at telling really mundane stories in goofy ways. That's how I get away with it. In that case, speaking of like life stories, embellishing the truth stories. So somebody gives me like a really plain event and then we just blast it out of proportion. That'd be quite funny. Yeah. Just boom, 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 boom. Yep, that's why I'm interested toward memory mementos. Thing is, I will stick with that theory. I love hearing about other people's stories too, so I am more than happy to make like a memory memento archive within the archives. I've always been tempted to like put a trademark on the archives, but I don't think it would work too well because I know how to type the archive symbol. Not the archive symbol. There's no archive symbol. It's the trademark symbol. But I can't do it currently considering my hotkeys are connected to stuff, and the last time I tried that I broke my stream. So I'm not doing that again. But we're getting more story ideas and stuff, so we still have the Dragon vs. Human. So currently we have Dragon vs. Human, we have a Memory Day for followers sharing their stories. Baker fighting an army. Tarot card story day, so I get the tarot cards out and we work off characters doing those sort of problems. Story sticker day, where similar thing, but I get stickers out instead. I'd probably bring in more people to do that. Flash fiction, so chat decides, so it'd be quite so you decide what the story would be. Flash fiction day for me, so I just pick one of my random prompts that I already have. Archive lore, because archive lore streams would be fun. Skelly Bob stories, so I can actually flesh out the skeleton. I still need to find out how that artwork's going for him, because I'm still excited to see that. Patron story time, so again, the community I keep mixing between chat and patrons. Explain your story. Oh, hello, Nat. Hello, Nat. There we go. I've added that to the wheel. So yeah, we have I mix between patrons and chat at times because whenever somebody enters like an establishment, you're like a patron. So that's why I'm thinking community name would be like Dear Patrons. So I'm reading out your stories that you've written if we make a community. D&D concept drafts, so helping to make like scenarios or characters. Character question night. I will get 20 questions up, and everybody who has characters who wants to join in ends up creating a character that way. The only tragic Pengu story I know is the one in Super Mario, the baby when you drop off the cliff. Oh, that poor sweet child. That poor sweet child. You ready for Pengu onesie? You know what? Yeah, I'm ready for Pengu onesie. We still have that bet going on. And to be fair, if you want, from the original bet of 3, I will be willing to up it to like 4 or 5. So for context, people who weren't there, I was playing Sims 2 for the Game Boy Advance on my legal Game Boy Advance, and there was a penguin statue in the shop. I'm not doing 24-hour stream. I physically cannot do that yet. But yes, anyway, so there was a penguin statue in the shop, and I went to go get some more money because I was a little bit off. And then all of a sudden, it switches to a different day, and it loses me that penguin. And Nat wasn't happy. I was devastated. Nat was absolutely just gone. And to make it up to them, I am going to be doing a stream where I am gonna try and I won't stop the stream until I get, it was gonna be 3 penguins, and if I did, they'd get me a penguin onesie. But in order to try not to have that 24-hour stream like labeled on me, because again, I don't have the tech for it yet, can I just make a deal of saying I'll get like either 4 or 5 and it will still count? Because once I have like the proper tech, I will do a 24-hour stream to see how many penguins we can get. But that'll definitely be down the line, and find a different game for it. Please. Please. That's all I ask. But yes, now back to what sort of things were on the list at the moment. Character question night is going to be 20 questions on either making a character or a character you already have. Okay, fair. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that's done. Character question night, like I just said, 20 questions on a character that you're either going to be making or you already have, so we can develop them further. And then you post your stuff wherever you want. Pal's attempt at romance, that is basically, I can't write romance, other people can. I try and write a short story about somebody falling in love. And no, I'm not allowed to cop out and do one of my goofy stories where I just turn it into somebody falling in love with their bed. What's the concept of the wheels? The concept of the wheel is writing ideas for streams. Because there might be times where I can't write some of my own work on streams, and so instead of that, I'm trying to think of ideas that we could do on stream. So we still have studying streams, but we also have stuff that we can write, and might be making a small community, so then people who wish to like either share their stories, share their characters, do like prompts and stuff, we can like have that place to put them and just enjoy writing in a way. So still studying streams, because I'm still going to do my uni work during them, but I thought have a bit more of an idea of what to write. That's a true love story, yeah, between somebody and a bed. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. I was half debating today whether this would work, but I'm glad. Okay, so Pal's attempt to romance, I can't cop out and say somebody just loves like a water bottle or something. I have to do it with an actual human being or an alien. Letter writing from one of my own characters to one of yours. ASMR curse script, yes. If I roll that, I am going to write one, and you are going to have to do it. Actually, no. That's incorrect. You don't have to do anything you do not want to. I'm still going to write it, mind you, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. But I would pay you. That's all I will say. So, letter writing from one of my characters to one of yours, because I do have quite a few of my own characters that we could potentially do. Or just have a letter from like the archives to somebody, that'd be quite cool. Chat writes romance. So you guys get to decide what the romance would be about and how to go about it. I just take the prompts and I just write them. Pickup line day, we write down our best pickup lines and our worst pickup lines, and everyone's just going to be flirting that day. If you write, I will force myself to do it, since if I don't, Hina and Yusei will haunt me in my sleep. No, they will not do that. And if they do, I will attempt to stop them, at least. Affirmation writing stream, that is basically, people come in, they tell me if they're feeling down and they want just some stuff to pick them up. We will be writing as many different compliments as we can that day. Attempt is good. Yeah. Impromptu call writing stream. I bug somebody that I know to like join me and write. There are no bad pickup lines. I beg to differ, but we will agree to disagree. Crying writing stream. Because people were being very emotional earlier. I thought having like a session to write stuff that is very fluffy, very, very much heartwarming. We try and do that. Incorrect quotes prompt. Making fun of myself, Hina, Yusei, and anyone else that I can when I get to know them a bit better. So I've already enlisted Hades for that. Nat, you're next. What's L? So hopeless romantic writing night. Again, we kind of had a sappy moment earlier, which was very heartwarming, very nice. So we're gonna have like another one with just all of us being hopeless romantics. Flash fiction on death and board games. I have a story concept already, so it's a case of me continuing that and giving some background into it. No. Embellishing the truth stories. So somebody gives me a really normal prompt, like someone just sits at the bus stop, And then we try and well, someone sits at the bus stop and just take and like opens a packet of cheese and eats it. I don't know. And we embellish the truth. I'm safe. Are you sure? Are you sure, Savage? We will see. We will see. Nobody is safe. Just kidding. Anyway. Again, embellishing the truth, we just, like, extend that. Pengu trauma story featuring Nat. I have to write a really sad story about losing a penguin. And the ASMR curse script so far. Where, again, I forced my friends to narrate them for me. You know, fun. And the even worse thing is I have audio software. Pal, are you working on something, or let me know when you go live? I want to see these writing in action. Yeah, of course. Tell you what, if next time I go live, like, working on one of these, like, wheel stuff, I will DM you if you want, just so you get it and see what sort of chaos it brings. But yeah, I will find a way of making people notified. But also, these are the most, apart from like yesterday, this is the most amount of people that have actually messaged in this chat for me in a while. So, I get very giddy very easily. Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Yep, yeah, no, of course. More than happy to. But if I get any more like DMs and stuff for any story ideas, I will write them down immediately. But again, it's just a chill one today, rather than like a proper writing, because the proper writing is basically just admin stuff, and I've done a bit of admin stuff today. So, on the other hand, if you have any people who you wish to like bully with a story, I am more than happy to oblige with that too. Let me quickly just check something. That's fine. Should I just do like a random prompt, which is just we don't like skip writing today and play something? What? Skip? No. But I didn't look. To be fair, I didn't mean you, Nat. I said bully. I did not specify who, and I was not specifying you. No. Do not put doubt. The D stands for don't doubt me. There. So I've just one random prompt where I accidentally have to play Sims 2 and get 2 more penguins if that happens. I didn't say you were. No guilt. There is no guilt. Look, 1 second. I make this bigger. Look in. Nope, I can't even do that. Hold on. I can't. I was about to be like, look in my eyes and tell me. No, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty this time. I've got a crimes list. My pal definitely guilty killer. Bully as in positive. Bully as in positive. I'm not guilty. No. I will gift you like a penguin thing if you keep this up. I will cover those precious cat ears of yours. And besides, I'm not guilty because I do have my crime list and I have not committed any crime on that list. Yes, I've had to study the crime still, so I always have a sheet of them. Oh, to be fair, to be fair to you, I was going to DM you this yesterday, but I'm DMing you now. I recorded me deleting that. Tonight cat embrace pink. No flippers. Hold on. Hold on, you goob. I will get them. I will not. Okay, so I'll think about it for the flippers. I will find something penguin variety to try and give to you. But hold on. Boop. But there, I'm sending you a video of me deleting that thing for you. I did it last night, and I was gonna send it to you, but then we kind of got into that penguin argument, so I couldn't send it. Maybe we can have a day where we viewers and you just say the statement you heard on that day anywhere later, joining it to make it. Ooh, okay, that would be considered life writing. I like that. I like that a lot. Life writing. There we go. Well, I see that you're on board with the deleting of stuff. I am a witch of my word. I will delete what I've said. So, but yeah, no, we're like a daily prompt thing. That'd be quite fun. Have a good stream. I'll catch you later on vacation. Yep, no worries. You go and enjoy. Enjoy your vacation. Right to you. So we have daytime quotes and life writing. We now have established what the D can stand for in my name. Because again, I didn't really put... Everywhere other than here has my middle name. So it means that everyone just sees Palakila, but they don't realize there is a D in there. And I can't change my username now, so I can't actually put it in there. But every other bit of branding that I am trying to get will have the D. Which is a very weird statement to make. Yeah, I know. Wording. Everything else will have the D. Look, if I end up rolling that for April Fools, I am going to laugh so hard at how many middle names. Because the thing is, there is a meaning to it. There is a meaning to the D. But it is, nobody is, I just like making the joke. And it sounds really weird. Okay, writing a story using Welsh. What about how about Google Translate a story? So we end up writing like a small prompt, and then we just put it into different Google Translates and see how much it can come out. So that'd be quite funny. What else? Oh boy. Yeah, I know. Worth a try, mind you. You never know. I mean, I definitely never know. But you... What else? What else? What else? And this is the problem of thinking like general sort of prompts, because unless you have like prompts in mind, you're kind of stuffed. Food wars. Well, I'm gonna have a hunger stream. How would you feel about an AI versus human sort of story collab? So we end up writing like part of a prompt and then we have to put it into an AI and then it just keeps giving us back other bits and pieces until we complete an entire story. Which we will never For me, D only means Dobby. It's a nickname I gave to my current crush before we had a bad argument and got friend zoned. Aww. Aw, that is cute. That is sad. Well, I kind of want to change. Nah, I'm not gonna change it to what it is. Oh, you can make a corpse story. Oh. Okay, Haiti. Would you be surprised that that's not the first time I've had to do that? And both Hina and Yusei can contest that we've done that before, but oh, not with AI, obviously. But we've ended up making something similar. And time travel. Ooh, that'd be quite cool. That one's cursed for sure. Yep. Time. Okay, with the time travel one, I'd probably make get a wheel of different times to write about, so then we have at least something to work off. But that one's quite interesting. I can imagine Yusei being Gremlin. Well, to be fair, she's always Gremlin. She's always a Gremlin. And yeah, I will go on the record to say that. We have Cat Dog Gremlin, we have Angel Gremlin, and then according to this, I'm technically Librarian Gremlin. Which is good enough for me. I have I forgot what the band is, but I've just got Witch Doctor stuck in my head for some reason. Nope, we're good. Just casually put making lore for them into my streams. Again, I can't add other people because I don't know them as well. So I can work with people who I do know. And because I've known them for almost 4 years now, I can definitely say I can write about them. Ooh, I could do like a court case anyway, considering I was called guilty by now. So we could hold like let me try that again. We can hold like a court case for something and just do that. I'll set it up. But yeah, that's when my first crush chatted. Sorry, he wasn't online out of nowhere to me after 7 months of being offline because she was overwhelmed with social media. Well, I felt I did something wrong and she ghosted me. So yeah, that was some comfort. Aw. Yeah, to be fair, that's a nice resolution rather than being just left like that. That's a very nice conclusion versus being left and not given any answers. Well, though I'm glad. To be fair, friend zone isn't that bad. Friend zone just means that you have a connection, but it's not necessarily romance. So that works. Maybe 2 movie crossovers or 2 stories. Ooh, crossover day. If we're doing the one for that, we are gonna have to make another wheel at some point to put different people's opinions in. So I would definitely do that before the stream instead of like doing this thing now. I just like having different prompts. Okay. Text-based adventure game day. That'd be fun. Okay, that's me actually telling myself to do work. Friend zone is a different girl. Oh, friend zone's a different girl. This is a different one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try and find an entire filing cabinet for you, Savage. Which is very fair. It's fine. I'm just gonna have to file you under get the red string, because it's kind of like one of those corkboards where you end up putting the string in and you have to put a pin and then you have to connect everything. There's a meme for it and I can't remember what the meme is. Damn it. No, I can't remember it. No. Oh no. Oh well. Somebody will know what I mean. I hope. Please. Please. Nope. Nope. Right, another one where I'm not gonna like it. Well, no, not in case I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna see how it goes. Writing my own musical. But what I'd probably do is just get a backing track to some form of song and see if I can change the lyrics or something. That reminds me of the feature in Tomodachi Life, I believe, where you have those like song halls and you can change. They have like a backing track and lyrics already, but you can change the lyrics and just see how everything goes. And actually seeing your Miis just sing like that is hilarious. I don't know if them. I still need to watch the Nintendo Direct because I missed that. So once this is over, I'm watching that to see what's coming out. But I do know that it'd be quite funny to write a musical and then force one people to perform it. Sci-fi solving. First I had my first crush. I never talked to her when we were in the same school for 5 years. It's after that when we suddenly started to text each other on Insta. To that extent, she was comparing me to her school-time bestie and I compared her with my bestie. Ooh. That's quite interesting. Quite a cool dynamic. Okay, we're currently at 42, which is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Okay, so adventure game. Well, adventure story. Recipe swap. Recipe swap. Again, writing doesn't necessarily need to be like linear of, oh, we can just write fiction and oh, we can just write like fantasy and stuff. We can do like real life stuff too. Then Meow, she was a complex girl. But yeah, we were siblings, online besties. Sometimes she was my daughter, sometimes I was a. Yep, that's a pretty interesting dynamic, I must say. I mean, nothing wrong with that, first of all, but as long as there was consent, as long as there was like everything else going on with that, then nobody's business to judge. As long as there was consent on both parts, and as long as both of you were fine with it. Again, no judgment zone here. I've heard worse. Haven't done worse, but I've heard worse. Okay. Also, gentle reminder for everybody, please make sure you hydrate, okay? Because if you don't, because hydration or dehydration or something like that, I don't know. Keep losing my tabs. There we go. This. Okay. Confession day, I guess? I'll have to figure out the logistics of a confession day. I think there's a way of like being able to send anonymous comments, so doing a confession like that would work, I think. And then we just have like a holy sin book or something. I don't know. Let's go for... Go for a horror writing attempt 2. Instead of just simply telling stories, we can just do casual reading stream instead. And then it's the current one, Dobby. I was heartbroken as I felt my first crush ghost me, so she came and healed me at the time, showed me subconscious signs of premature love and some unconditional care, and yeah, it's still going on other than that I got friend zone. Aww. And thus, you are the ultimate romance film. I can't necessarily say it's a rom-com because I don't know how much of that would fit with a rom-com. It probably could fit with a rom-com. This is basically my time since last year March. Doesn't feel like a teenage drama. Doesn't it feel like a teenage drama series? It does. You are part of... It feels like Twilight, but if Twilight was done in a more realistic way. No vampires or anything. Or, there's a couple of different things that I can think of, but I can't think off the top of my head. But nah, yeah, that's definitely some sort of stuff. Again, my romance life isn't as interesting in a way. So, like, I've had serious relationships before and didn't turn out too well. And just to establish, I'm currently in a serious relationship. I love my girlfriend very much. So, I adore that girl. But I've had other relationships before. Didn't turn out too well for different reasons, but it happens. It is what it is. Make those sort of experiences make people into the people they are today. Which can be good for some, bad for others. In my case, I think it was a bit better that I had those bad experiences to get those good ones. But it happens. Body or teenage drama. I'm going to think of 2 more prompts, and then that's where we're going to leave it, I think. Character shipping day. Making them interact, and then 1 more. Relationships fun, but only if there's a principle of mutual feeling. True. Very much true. It doesn't usually work if there's not feelings on both sides. And again, feeling doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be other bits. It can just simply be platonic, it can be aesthetic. It can be anything as long as it's right for both of you. Once again. Maybe rewriting something? And rewriting order. Okay, so we have 50 ideas. There we go. And it's only taken 2 hours. Okay, so ideas are a dragon versus human size difference story. Memory day, so followers share their stories. We need to sort a server for that, which that'll be done probably in the next couple of days then. A baker fighting an army. Tarot card story day. I'll get the tarot cards out at some point. Story sticker day, so same thing but with stickers. Flash fiction day, so chat decides a really random prompt. Flash fiction day for me, I decide something from something I need to work on. Ongoing archive lore, we will actually start writing stuff for like the archives. Random Skelly Bob stories because I love my skeleton and I don't talk about him enough. Patron story time, so reading the stories that you've written, as long as they're safe for work. D&D concept drafts, so helping to make like stories for like certain areas, potentially making like quests and stuff. Character question night, 20 questions on characters that people have, so then we can develop them more. Pal's attempt at romance, I'm terrible at romance, so funny times. Letter writing from one character to another, which, again, more prompts. Chat writes romance, I'm gonna force you to do that. Pickup line day, we're gonna have all the good, bad, and ugly pickup lines we can possibly do, within, like, safety reasons. Affirmation writing stream, we are going to write words of affirmation to everybody who comes in here. Impromptu call writing stream, I force people to, like, join me, basically. Crying writing stream, we're gonna be, writing stuff that is sappy, sad, and sweet. Incorrect quotes, we are just gonna incorrectly quote people, which will be a bad time. Hopeless romantic writing night, it says what it says. Flash fiction on death and board games, that's a character that I've created. Embellishing the truth, we are just going to take a really simple story and just make it into something bigger. Pengu trauma featuring Nat, yeah, also self-explanatory. Cursed ASMR, yes. Skip writing and play Sims 2 to get 2 more penguins. Establish what the D can stand for. Daytime quotes and life writing, that'll be quite funny. Writing a story using Welsh, so I'm not necessarily going to write it in Welsh, I'm going to use a lot of like Welsh terms. Google translated story, self-explanatory. Food wars, making food sound good. AI and human story collab, maybe. Corpse story with AI. Time travel, spinning the wheel for which period. Totally canon lore for Hina, totally canon lore for Yusei. Court case prompts. I've lost where I was. There it is. Crossover day, mixing and matching our favorite like medias. Text-based adventure game day. Finding actual work we can do, you lazy butt. So I will do that. Writing a musical, maybe performing it. Sci-fi fest, getting the tech stuff in because I don't like sci-fi. Like, I like sci-fi prompts, I just don't like sci-fi writing. Picking my own adventure, but it's chat picking the options. So I'd do that earlier. Recipe swap. Recipe swap. We'll just swap like different cooking recipes. Confession day. We'll figure that out. Horror writing attempt. Casual reading of like my old archive stuff because I have like other writing bits. Embody our teenage drama. Character shipping day. So we'll make your ships canon. And rewriting old drafts. That'd be quite funny. And I did see a couple messages come up. Hold on. Also, Dobby's story isn't over yet. According to the cards, to save mine and Dobby's relationship, I need to go for self-love and let her be a hermit. Oh, okay. And yeah, it can lead to romantic relationships. So yeah, let's see. I wish for all the best with you and Dobby. I really do. And cursed ASMR, scratching a blackboard with nails. I mean, to be fair, Nat is technically a cat boy, so nah, I'd have to think of something oddly goofy for that. It's like one of those really stupid prompts where somebody like crashes a car and just ends up dying, or somebody hitting you with a frying pan. That's apparently something that's real, I think. But I'll probably see what goes on. I'll think of some prompts up, and if I get that, that's gonna be a funny 5 minutes for them to record. But yeah, with that in mind, we currently have 50 prompts, which is good enough to start with for now. So we're back to here. And my throat is dying, hold on. I've just been rambling so much. Oh boy. Yeah. But yeah, again, I mean, it's not been, hopefully it's been okay for people to revise to, but for now I'm gonna have to go because I've still got a couple extra bits I need to do today, and it's just like more admin stuff, but I knew I wanted to get a stream done and to at least get some bits. Thank you for the stream. Oh, it's all good, Duffy. I'm more than happy to do them. Plus it gets me to do a bit of like thinking and work too, so it's all good. Have a great day ahead. You too, honestly. I wish you all the best with your exam. If I'm not lagging now. So yeah, for now, I will stream. There will be a stream happening tomorrow. It will not be revision based, but I do hope if you wish for some background noise, more than welcome to join. And with that, the archives will be closed for the public once more. You only need to simply ask for them to reopen. Bara, you pronoun, i nos da, or nos with da. Bye!